And this quote has a direct correlation with the common point philosophy. The greatest prison we create is the fear inside of our own minds. Therefore, stop rehearsing your life and start living it. The greatest prison we create is the fear inside of our own minds. Therefore, stop rehearsing life and start living it. Stop living other people's belief systems and start living it, your life. Stop believing and following other people's dogma, other people's theories, and start living your life. You can do that with the common point philosophy. It's about you being independent, living your own life. Dig deep into your core and say, what is my life? What am I about? Who am I about? What do I want to be? What do I want to be about? Start living it. When I'm saying rehearsing your life, that's living in make-believe. Don't rehearse. Don't react. Don't be an actor. Don't be an actor in your life. In the common point philosophy, we are not actors. We are living our lives. We are living our best life through that understanding. It's in my book. In this book, I teach. In my book, I teach the fact that you must live your best life, not the life that's been handed to you. If you understand this simple concept, all of life is interconnected. All of life is interwoven. All of life is connected to the other thing. The tree is connected to the ground. The ground is connected to the water. The water is connected to the sky. The sky is connected to the earth. The earth is connected to space. Space is connected to the solar system. Everything's connected. That's what common point's about. It's being connected to source. Source is in all that. Source is the blueprint. As I said earlier, there is a blueprint. There is a blueprint. There is a code. There is a code in everything that lives and everything that will live and everything that did live. There's a code. Literally for my hand, there's a code for my hand. What makes this hand work? What makes it work? What makes my body? What makes life work? What's making my life? What's making me speak right now? How do I do that? I'm alive. I am alive. Why am I alive? How am I alive? Because of source. It's a code in me, and it's a code in my DNA. It's a code in source that's in me, that's in my body, that was put in my body when I was created in my mother's womb as a fetus, as a little tiny little embryo in my mother's body. That code was put in there, and that code told my body how to grow, told my body how to become a human being. But that code isn't everything. It's in my hand. It's in this chair. It's in the wall. It's in the shirt. It's life itself. That's what Common Point's about. Being connected to life itself. Not connected to some bullshit artificial intelligence. Become part of the Common Point Society. Please reach out to me and become part of this amazing philosophy. Hold that thought. I want to share this one amazing, incredible, I got to use more adjectives. Incredible, phenomenal is another one. I'm going to give, it's not a secret, but people use the word secret. I want you to do this. I want you to do this. And when you do this, and you see the revelation in your mind, you see the revelation in your life, you see the growth in your life, you see the possibilities in your life as you become human, as you remain human. Don't reach out for anything. Reach in for everything. Don't reach out for anything. Reach in for everything. Everything starts from within your core. Like I said, we have a blueprint in us that has designed us. We have a blueprint that we can tap into. We have a source we can tap into. When you tap into that source, you can become anything you want. You can create anything you want. You can do anything you want. The greatest prison we create is the fear inside of our own minds. The greatest prison that we create. That's the word. That's the key word. It's create. The greatest prison that we create is the fear inside of our own minds. The fear of success, the fear of failure, the fear of fire, the fear of starving, the fear of work, the fear of success, the fear of anything. The greatest prison that we create. It's not put upon us. We accept it. All of this is in us. All of this is in us. Anything you want to create is in you. It's not something you go to. It's not something you learn. It's something you take from yourself. It's already there. Your creativity is already there. Your genius is already there. Your brilliance is already there. It's not something you go to. It's something you tap into. Excuse me. So why wouldn't you become part of the common point philosophy? Why would you not do that? The greatest prison we create is the fear inside your mind. It's the fear you've designed in your own mind. We put this in our minds. You can sit there and go down that road and say, well, my father treated me bad. My mother treated me bad. I didn't have opportunity. Oh, I came from a broken home. All this bullshit. We put that fear in our minds. Therefore, stop rehearsing that. Stop rehearsing that fear. Stop reliving that fear. Stop accepting that fear. Stop seeing that fear in your mind. And start living your best life. How to keep grounded in this AI revolution by embracing the common point philosophy, the real truth. Excuse me. If you embrace, if you allow, if you invite that crap into your brain, if you accept that totally into yourself, you will become that. I'm going to say that again. When you accept that's the life that's coming our way, when you accept that, when you put that in your mind, put that in your brain, you will become that. Don't become that. We put ourselves in our own prisons, physically and mentally. We put ourselves in our own dilemmas, our own hatred, our own fears, our own dilemmas, our own limitations. We put those prisons in our minds. We put those chains in our minds. We do that all the time. We do that because we live in this shitty society that tells us we should do that. And we accept it. It's not something that's put upon you. It's something that you accept. Quit accepting that shit. Quit accepting that life. Quit accepting that brainwashing bullshit. You have a beautiful mind. You have an incredible mind. Use it. Quit rehearsing things over and over and over and over again in your mind, because what you're doing is you're retreading that track over and over and over again, that track of failure over and over again. Quit rehearsing that failure over and over again. Quit rehearsing that dilemma, that fear, that hatred, that bitterness, that bigotry over and over and over in your mind. Take it out of your mind. It's not something that's given to you. It's something that you've accepted. Get rid of it. Start with a pure mind. Start with a complete blank slate in your mind. And let your mind tap into source. As I said earlier, source is in everything. It's a code. It's a code that is in everything. It tells everything how to exist. It tells everything how to live. As in the tree I was talking about earlier. How does the tree know to grow? It has a code. How does a baby know how to grow? It has a code. How do you know how to grow? You have a code. But you can tap into that code I call a source. You can tap into that code and you can grow your way. Not somebody else's way, not somebody else's belief. You can tap into that code. The greatest prison we create is the fear inside of our own minds. Think of it this way. Think of it this way. Your mind is covered with a fog. Your mind has this fog that covers it. And that fog is fear. And that fog is put there by you. That fog is induced by you. Get rid of the fog. Quit rehearsing your life. Rehearsal is over. Practice is over. Make-believe is over. Wondering is over. Dreaming is over. Gandering is over. Sleeping is over. Dreaming is over. Rehearsal is done. The curtain is going to open. Rehearsal is finished. We are now going to open the curtain of your life, and you're going to live the life you've always wanted. You're going to live the life you want. You're going to live the life you deserve by tapping into source, by tapping to the energy of the universe. You will create whatever life you want. Therefore, the AI revolution that I talked about earlier will not affect you. Because you are going to embrace the common point philosophy, which is tapping into your own abilities to create an amazing life. I have no fear about AI. I have no fear about that. Why? Because I'm creating my own society, my own life, my own ability. And it's called the common point philosophy. It is not a religion. is not a cult. It is a philosophy that you can understand when you follow this. In a nutshell, this video is about the common point of philosophy, how to follow the common point philosophy. How do you do that? By tapping into source, by tapping into your core. Those are the core tenets of the philosophy. Tap into your core, not some artificial bullshit. Unplug yourself from external belief systems. Unplug yourself from external philosophy. Unplug yourself from internal politics. Unplug yourself from external society pressures and plug yourself in to yourself. Unplug yourself completely from everything that's coming at you. The greatest prison we create is the fear inside of our minds. That is what creates the fear inside of your mind. Is by taking all the pollution, all the crap from society, from all the other peripheral stuff that comes from you. Letting that come inside your mind. Letting that convince you that you can't do whatever you want. But in the common point philosophy, you can be whatever you want, not by looking out there, by looking inward. By looking inward, whatever you want, you can achieve. Therefore, artificial intelligence will not affect you because you won't allow it. Therefore, artificial intelligence will not affect you because you won't allow it to come into you. You are human. Remain human. I'm going to end with this. The common point philosophy is about remaining human, no matter what. All the answers are in you. All the answers are in source. We don't need something artificial to tell us the answers. All the answers are in you. I'm going to read this one more time. This is the nuts and bolts of this video. And I want you to friggin' hear this. I want it to sink into your head. The greatest prisons that you create is the fear inside of your own mind. You create those prisons. They do not come to you. They do not come upon you. Religion is a prison. Politics is a prison. Some examples. That is some stuff that's put upon you from the time you're born to the time you die. You got to deal with all this peripheral bullshit coming at you as a pure human being. You're a virgin. You're a virgin human being. You are born. You know nothing about religion. You know nothing about politics. You know nothing about hatred. You know nothing about bigotry. You know nothing about prejudice. You know nothing about being greedy. You know nothing about being evil. Those are all things that are put upon you from society that you accept. And because you accept it does not make it real or right. What is right? The only thing that is right, the only thing that is real will be in this book. And I'm not saying it's my philosophy. I'm saying here is a truism. Here is a truth. All truths come from within, not from without. All truths come from within, not from without, or from outward inward. Evil comes to you. Greed comes to you. Hatred comes to you. Anger comes to you. It's up to you how your mind and your brain will accept that and react to that. The greatest prisons we create. We accept is a better word. The greatest prisons that we accept become the fears in our own mind. The greatest prisons. We create a prison. We create a jail. We create a cage. That's a good word. We create this stuff in our minds. And we spend the rest of our lives trying to break out of the cage, break out of the prison, break out of that room, break out of the darkness. All of our life. We spend thousands of dollars going to psychologists, and we spend thousands. All of our life we go to school and we study, and we go through relationships, and we go through divorces, and we find the love, and we go through all this stuff. Through the journey of our life, trying to reconstruct what was already given to us in the beginning. A pure slate of honesty, dignity, character, peace. It was all there when you were born. But as you got older, as you became an adult, as you live as an adult, you accept. It's not out there. You accept those cages. You accept those chains. You accept those locks. You accept that fear in your mind. How do you get rid of it? From inside out. Accepting the understanding. Believing, this is a truism, believing the understanding that all the answers are in you. That is your first step. By accepting the fact that all the answers to your problems, to your anguish, to your pain, to your fear, to your dilemmas, to your suffering, are in you. They were put into you before you accepted any of that crap. It's there. That's the common point philosophy, belief system. That's how simple it is. I'm going to go. The Book of Common Point. The Book of Common Point. If you'd like a copy of my book, let me know. Love you guys. I am John Tenuto. This is my philosophy, the philosophy of Common Point. Live it. Understand it. Quit rehearsing your life. Quit rehashing your dreams and start living your life. Quit rehearsing and start the play and live your life. Real quick, down the show notes, you can click on my playlist for my songs on this channel. Listen to my songs. They are related to this philosophy. You also can go and you can click on another channel I have called Luke W. Warm in the Biscuits. Luke W. Warm in the Biscuits is my comedy channel. I do stand-up comedy. Please leave a comment and please subscribe. If you want to get involved with the Common Point philosophy and help me build my retreat so we can live an amazing life, an organic life, and not be connected to all this craziness that's going on. It's not about dropping out. It's about dropping in to yourself. If you want to be part of that society and part of the building of that society, let me know. Thank you so much. Bye now.